You know, in this crazy busy world, a lot of us are looking for something solid, something quiet. And sometimes you find that in the most surprising places. Today we're diving into the story of one of those sources, the beautiful, glowing gemstone, Morganite. We're going to see what our source material has to say about this so-called stone of compassion. So right off the bat, let's ask this. Can a stone actually hold a story? I mean, it sounds kind of out there, right? But can a piece of the earth, something that's been around for literally ages, carry more than just, well, minerals? Can it have a purpose, a story to tell? That's exactly the mindset we're going to have as we explore what's said about Morganite. Okay, so first things first. Let's get properly introduced to this gemstone. What in the world is Morganite, and what's its whole deal according to our source?
So its official name is pink beryl. But look, the story here goes way deeper than its technical classification. Our source introduces it as a stone with this really gentle energy, one that has a super strong connection to the heart. And honestly, that one idea, that's the key. It unlocks everything else we're about to learn.
I love the way the source puts this. It calls Morganite a quiet helper for complex times. It's not about some big dramatic fix. It's more subtle than that. Think of it like a quiet, steadying presence when life just feels messy and unpredictable. You know those times. All right, so if it's a quiet helper, how does that actually, work? Let's dive into how Morganite is supposed to interact with our inner world, our emotions.
Okay, so according to the source, its influence comes in 4 key ways. It's said to provide compassion, foster empathy, boost your self-control, and ultimately just bring your emotions into balance. It's kind of described as a complete toolkit for getting back to your emotional center. Pretty cool, huh?
And then you get this really powerful, direct quote from the source. It says, Morganite relieves the pain of separation. Wow. I mean, that points to something way deeper, right? A really specific role in healing one of the toughest emotional experiences we can go through as humans. But believe it or not, the story doesn't stop with our feelings. The source material actually says these properties extend into the physical world too. It suggests Morganite can act as a kind of guardian for the body. So let's unpack what that means. So check this out. The source gets really specific about the physical benefits. As you can see here, it's described as a curative for emphysema and useful for asthma. It even gets down to a microscopic level, suggesting it can rejuvenate the body by actually repairing cell damage. I mean, those are some pretty bold claims. And this is where a really powerful theme starts to pop up again. Just like Morganite is presented as this companion for the emotional heart, our source material says it's a special protector for the physical heart too. See that connection? What's really fascinating is that the source actually points to a specific element inside the stone, lithium. It claims this little component is what helps, quote, protect the heart on tense days. So it's drawing a straight line from the stone's chemical makeup to a real, tangible benefit when you're stressed out. So we've looked at the emotional side and we've looked at the physical side. Now for our final section, let's bring these two ideas together and get a holistic view of how Morganite is really understood in our source material. And this really brings us to the main event, the core takeaway from our source. The idea isn't that Morganite works on your mind or your body as two separate things. Nope. It's that it acts as a bridge between them. That emotional balance we were talking about, that directly supports its role as a physical guardian. By connecting our emotional heart with our physical health, the whole point is to create this feeling of complete, totally integrated well-being. Which kind of leaves us with this final thought, right? If just one stone, like Morganite, can have such a rich story of compassion, healing, and balance woven into it, it really makes you wonder, what other hidden strengths and untold stories are just waiting for us in the earth, literally right under our feet? Thanks for joining me for this explainer.